There's a lot I need to do, stranger, so if you've come on business, you should make it quick. The forge is hot if you need to use it, and I've a few items I can spare, but we'll need them soon enough, I'm sure. I can't say I know much about it, besides the stories I heard when I was a boy. I spend most of my time in town as the handyman. But it's almost as if the stories are now true. It's like the witch has come back. Coroner's decent, from what I've seen. No reason to think he's not the man for the job. Just about the only damn thing that keeps the town from falling to pieces. Literally. It's a blacksmith's job. Don't let my mother hear you. You'll have a mouth full of salt and your hands full of cold iron before you can reach the door. All my life it was just a tale the old ones would talk of when night fires were nearly out. But it's becoming real. The widow is real. Keep safe.
Stranger, I heard you aren't afraid to pass through Webwood. What I wouldn't give to be like you, to leave this place. I haven't seen my home in weeks, and I fear something horrible has happened there. My parents loved the wood. Genuinely. There was no war, there was no worrying. It was a simpler life for them. But they were not from here. They didn't know the danger to our farm, to our lives. It's a strange man that asks to be in charge in this situation. But we'll need to coordinate if we're to survive this. I am not from the town of KoA. Not properly. My family... Well, I came from the east, from a small farm on the edge of Webwood. My family was never that familiar with the history of Webwood. When we were fleeing from the war, we didn't have time to learn the old stories. But that's all they are. Stories. There's no reason to believe in the widow any more than that the sun might fall one day from the sky and crush us all. That's just it. I don't know. I came to KoA some days before the first attacks. I was stuck here. Our farmhand, Cartery Jake, stumbled into KoA a few days later. He was tight-lipped about my parents at first. Then he said the spiders got them. Now he avoids me, avoids everyone. Something happened at the farm, but I can't bring myself to find out what. Thank you. I will give you whatever I have. Just bring me news of my mother and father. I need to know what happened there. At Toff Farm. I need you to find out what happened there. I lost contact with my family when the spider attacks stranded me here. Our farmhand, Cartery Jake, made it here a few days after the attacks began, but he won't give me a straight answer about my parents. I fear the worst. Safe journey.
So, you're the one that's supposed to save us all. All I see is another liability. If you're looking for potions, see Siloretta. For a bed, a forge, or other items, try the inn. And whatever you do, stay alert. It's trying to kill us. That forest will be the death of us all. I've been thinking that since the first moment I came to this town. He's my cousin. Distant cousin. But I couldn't care less who's in charge around here. When the dice are tossed, the only thing important is yourself. Wasn't from these parts. Came from the north, from Gorhart. Nice enough place, but if they think the woods of Otheroth are frightening... Has everyone become a child when I wasn't looking? The widow is an invention, a story by the God's sake. Since when have words been cause for such panic? Webwood has its terrors, certainly, but is it more comforting to give those a name, a motive, a legend? I've work to do.
Does no one else see the widow? The widow is coming for us, and her brood comes with her. We'll be food before nightfall. We can't hold this island, these few buildings against them. What are you thinking? That we asked for this trouble by living here? That we're somehow to blame for this? What did any of us do to deserve this? What could anyone do to deserve this fate? I run the inn here in Kennerock. Nice, respectable way to make coin, unlike those foolish silk farmers. She's as old as Webwood, and twice as menacing. She's the devils of this forest incarnate, that's what she is. I heard tales of war and demons, stranger, but none as chilling as the widow's. And now she's coming for us. How most in town made their living before the attacks, collecting the webs from the wood and weaving it into cloth and such. Damn scavengers. Maybe if the inn was in a fixed state, but there aren't any rooms for rent right now. You're welcome to sleep if you can find a spare bit of floor. Beware the forest.
Hello, again. Speak with me a moment while we're away from prying ears. Kenrock is looking to me for leadership, and I'm more than happy to give it to them. However, if Barton returns, that all evaporates. Let me put it this way. It is for the best that he is dead. Do you understand? He's a stubborn and superstitious fool. He'd have the entire town chasing shadows instead of harvesting riches. Barton has survived worse than this. I want assurance that he won't return to rob me of my newfound status. So here's my proposal. Confirm that Barton is dead, whatever it takes. I'll pay well for your help in this. Unlike Barton, I have some sense of what leadership really requires. What are you talking about? I merely asked you to find Barton within Webwood. Or what's left of him. Now, are we finished? Kenrock has need of me. I'm a very important man, you know. Good hunting!
Oh, they said, it is not good to have a darkened summer, so I made a night. Oh, they said, to Yolvin you should look, so I found Cathras. Oh, they said, you have no food, so I brought water. Oh, they said, you have no homes, so I grew trees. Oh, they said, you have no music, so I laughed.
Stay back. Wait. An Almain? By the Widow's mercy, who sent you? Have you word from Canarok? The spiders make their home in these trees, corrupting what should be a sunny place into a twisted, winding ruin. But Webwood wasn't more than a nuisance, until now. Seems like Canarok is beset by the whole damn forest, and we're not winning. Used to be a place for easy money when the Fae pacified the wood. But lately, things have turned worse. I thought I'd find a nice place to retire. But before I could even look at a farm, this trouble with the spiders began. I'm the only one left. My men and I were ambushed when we entered the cave. It's as if the damn spiders set a trap for us. These spiders are somehow using strategy, tactics. Simple ones, but enough to overwhelm us. I think someone is leading them. It's all over this cave. Footprints, torn webs, but no body. It could be the Bloody Widow for all I know, but Canarok needs to be told. I don't know who you are, stranger, but I did not survive these spiders to get cut down by a fool.
That you return alone is but a confirmation of our worst fears. Barton has fallen. Another dead husband for the widow to claim. For your part, we reward you with Gossamer End, one of the few houses we have left. Billis Ade, the town blacksmith, will make alterations you may deem necessary. I suggest you get yourself accommodated with your new quarters quickly. I fear I may need to send you to Castle Yolden. The old forest is home to countless spiders. I've heard of a time when it stretched from here to Odorath. Legends say that there was even a terrible wraith named the Widow who ruled the spiders. But such is for children's tales. The town was built for those who made their living harvesting silk from webwood, with bridges and magic to guard us. Unfortunately, that seems to have stopped, and we don't have the people or the defenses to hold out indefinitely. The Summer Fae hold a small garrison there, with which they kept the dark nature of webwood suppressed. I don't trust the Fae enough to ask for their help. But if the secret to taming webwood lies in Castle Yolden, then that's where we must look. It's a tale as old as Canarok. Older, as I take it. It's said webwood has a guardian, a lady that oversees the webs and darkness. A solution. The castle was held by Fae in ages past. It said that they used their magic to bring peace to Webwood. It allowed us to settle here. I have little faith that the Fae will help a mortal village such as ours. But if there's any hint of how they calmed the wood, we could make use of it. The castle has been quiet for some time, but supposedly the Fae there know how to keep the beasts of Webwood tamed. See if you can uncover how it was they kept the spiders calmed. We must go.
Garner or Barton? I don't know which one would have led us out of this alive, of those of us that are still around. All I know is I need to close up the windows, check the cellar, and pray the spiders don't find the cracks in the shingling. I'd be happy to fix up old Gossamer End for you. That place could use some expansion. I can put in a dining area for some gold. What do you say? It will be ready in no time. Let me know if you want any further expansion. Well, it sure would be useful to have an alchemy workbench. I can add a room with one for some gold. The alchemy workbench should come in handy in these neck of the woods. The main floor has been expanded as much as possible, but I can squeeze in an attic for some gold. You'll be amazed when you see that attic. Well, I'll have to watch out for the riverbed, but I can add on a basement for some gold. I'll go ahead and set up the basement with some plants and reagents. You'll love it. If you're interested in more storage space, I can expand your basement for some gold. Be careful when you go in there. Somehow a spider got in when I was doing the last upgrade. I can do one last expansion of the basement, give you more space for the plants down there, for some gold. This'll be the last upgrade I can give you. I hope you like everything I've done. Stay alert.
You're the one that's causing all of this. Coming and going through Webwood as you please. You're tempting the widow as you stand here. You're one of us, whether you like it or not. Marked for consumption. Oh, he's a lovely man. Just about the only person in town who listens to me. I think he'd make a fine leader. Beware the forest.
What are you bothering me for? I had a hard enough time just trying to keep Mother's Inn in decent repair without a bunch of eight-legged monsters gnawing their way through. So if you don't mind, let's make this quick. Or better yet, leave me to the task at hand. Keep safe.
You brought them, thank the gods. My store was almost out. But with these, I can create a fresh batch. Please, take these. I'll be able to make more shortly. Stay safe.
This is Yorvan, proud and mighty, shaped and hewn by Fae of old. If you hear us, then we are sleeping still. But be strong of heart, new one. Our powers are old, but our triumphs are eternal. We have brought peace to the Webwood and the forests of summer. Corruption and decay and filth were grown, were spread like sickness from the fens and dells of this place. They were led not by a beast, not by a fell one, but by her, the one who walks alone, the mother of 100,000 spiders. She is a queen of web and poison. She calls herself the Widow. canopy stretched far and blocked the light of summer. But we pressed on and forward to Cathras, to the widow's den. We were but weak when we arrived, but she was weaker still, her children having died before our march. To Ashara we commended her, and then we felt the call of winter, and so some turned to sleep, and I kept watch. Some colder wind of winter blows then, we have seen. Summer does not return our brothers, our clans to us. What will happen to the vigil I keep? Winter already calls me, and no relief is in sight. widow walks. I can feel the heart of the webwood pulsing with her anger. Her spiders are at the gates. We never thought this day would come. The widow walks. The widow walks.
Is that someone tripping about my web? And I thought my fun was over. Another stirs in Yolvin? But it is only a wretched mortal from that doomed town, no doubt. I'm sure my Cathras brood would love feeding on one as strong as you. The Lost of Yolvin is dead. Your little town is next. Tell them the widow has returned, and she is claiming what was once hers.
widow take us? Where have you been? No matter. Tell me the secret of Castle Yolven. Let us be rid of these spiders. That damned wood is going to be the death of us. You've got to find some way to stop it from killing us all. She's a monster. She's killing us one by one, and she won't stop until we're all devoured by her brood. She's got to be stopped, please! What do you mean the widow is leading them against us? The tales are real? Then they must be coming to Kenarok. We cannot. There's nothing we can do against her. But you've survived this far. You must finish this for us. Go to Cathris. Find the widow. I'm barricading myself in the inn. Find me when you've ended this. I must find safety. What's that? Go away! This town is lost. The only hope we have is to take refuge while you deal with the widow and Cathris. She's in Cathris, isn't she? You must go to the heart of Webwood and kill her before the spiders kill us all! I must find safety.
I had a hard enough time just trying to keep Mother's Inn in decent repair without a bunch of eight-legged monsters gnawing their way through. So if you don't mind, let's make this quick. Or better yet, leave me to the task at hand. Keep safe.
What can I help you with? Yes? I have a moment I can spare for you. Stay safe. What can I help you with? The widow? This town will be a pile of skulls and belt buckles from the spider's gullet. Would Gardiner and Barton be better at leading a pile of refuse? I've seen those beasts. They ripped my husband to shreds in front of me. Will Billis be next? What's to become of us? Widow's spectre. steam of summer from the forest, like a runner in the night, or mist from a lover's whisper. Spectral blood from the riverbed wraps our bodies in gloss. The fog eases through blades of grass. We shall grasp these floating strands of summer and capture beauty in our work.
The mortal from Castle Yolvin. How vexing is it that you escaped? Your stubbornness is yet another irritation from you mortals. But it is the way of my kind to endure. It is not a quality we share. The bulk of my hoard lies within, and I am eager that you might face it. But I am not reliant upon my spiders, nor am I unreasonable. I can see you are brutal in your own form. I offer amnesty in exchange for the lives of Kenarok. Very well. Their corpses will feed my new brood. Return to me when it is over. You will leave. Though we may have joined paths once, we are no longer kin.
Returned? Then the widow is dead? I thought, I don't know, I thought we would feel her passing. Foolish, but we are here with our lives. That's something to celebrate, if nothing else. What? Oh, no. I must find safety.
mortal stain upon my forest is gone, and my spiders will feed on their corpses. I suppose you need more than to glut on blood? Very well. These trinkets come from Yolvin. You may take them. But do not think that I will suffer you in my wood any longer. The wilds are returning. I am their vanguard. Soon my wood will be as it once was. It will take time, so much time. But my webs will be spun in the trees of Odorath and Glendara. You shall witness. We are not all so fond of roses and sunlight. There are things that grow and multiply and scatter that prefer darkness and hushed air. The widow has fangs, and she is protective of her children, mortal. I would not test either claim. The mortal from Castle Yolvin. How vexing is it that you escaped? But it is the way of my kind to it. But I am not reliant upon my spiders, nor am I unreasonable. I can see you are brutal in your own form. Oh, I had believed for a moment that you had some potential. Oh well, I lack the sympathy to kill you personally. You shall feed my guardian spiders after all. While they draw breath, none shall approach me. These walls obey my wishes. These spiders' lives are mine. Your way to me will be barred by root and fang. And here you are yet again. I must say your hunger is great, unlike the Fae I slaughtered at Castle Yulvin. Now come, let us test ourselves against each other. I do not fear being cut down. I will rise again in time, unlike you.
What is it? Is something wrong?
Looks like the wrong place at the wrong time, like me. No offense, but I've not much interest in talking or listening. Doesn't pay to get too comfortable with people in this town right now. Nasty place. I'd get as far away from it as I could. Why are you wanting to know about him? I don't go asking you about yourself. You could return the favor. Do you go talking to all strangers, asking about their lives and who they are? Leave me alone. That's what I'm called, and that's all you'll be getting out of me. Survival is my concern, not who leads Kenarok. He's human, and all that entails. A story for children. There's not much more to it than that. That doesn't concern you, and you best stay out of my affairs. Glad that's done.
Keep it brief. I've work. You again? With all your comings and goings, I thought you might have forgotten us. It seems the rest of the world has. The Warsworn and the House of Ballards are north, but they send no aid. Dyden Hill, Gorehart, Leland Post. Have they all forgotten we're still here? I've work to do.
You're the one that's causing all of this. You're one of us, whether you like it or not. Marked for consumption. Widows spare you.
You want potions? Find my wife, Siluretta. Becri, the innkeep, has a small stock of wares. Her son Billis runs the town's forge. But don't look to me for anything. I've nothing left to give this town. I'm just another body. If he wants Kenarok that badly, let him have it. I only hope that his energy will help the town come back from all it's seen. Mind the web.
What is it? Yes? I have a moment I can spare for you. Stay safe.
I had a hard enough time just trying to keep Mother's... So if you don't mind, let's make this quick. Or better, keep safe.
We made it.
Have you found what's happened to my family? Safe journey.
It's done. Thank you, stranger, for your part in this. With your blade and my leadership, we saved the town from the widow. In addition to inviting you to live amongst us, we also have this heartfelt gift for your efforts. It's still a dangerous place, don't mistake that. But now that the widow is dead, the air feels clearer, less corrupt. I am the leader of Kenarok in earnest now, thanks to my cool head, and admittedly some help. I saw the town through to safety. Damned Fae nearly had our guts for spider food, but I showed her that humans and Alpha are not trifled with. Now that the forest is cleared, the first item of business is getting more farmers up into those webs. We can't rebuild a town without funds. Come again.
Have you found what's happened to my family? For the longest time, I thought I would put it behind me, try to pick up the pieces and keep heading west, from the war, from everything. But it can't be escaped. There's some things in this world you can't run from. So I decided to stay here. Safe journey.
My assistant has returned. What do you need of me? It's quieter than I've heard in all my years. In some ways, it's as disconcerting as knowing the spiders were still out there. Aside from your doings, I have the feeling that there won't be any more tales to tell of Webwood. Good day.
What is it?
I never thought I'd still be standing when the attacks were over. Thank you, stranger. But all that was destroyed. All the people who died. I can only thank the gods Siluretta was spared. Damn these Fae and damn their magic. We lost half a dozen because some bloody witch thought to be nice to her pet spiders? You've killed one, and that's a start. If I had my way, I'd burn this whole forest to the ground for what they did. Yeah, while you can.
We've still a long ways ahead of us before the silken seat is back to what it was. But I've had Billis hard at work to make it so. Now, what is it that I can do for you? It's a monstrous place. When Unfer first moved us here, it seemed nice enough. We were so happy. Widow, spare you.
Keep it you. I was wrong about you. It had been so long since we've had to rely on ourselves that I didn't want to trust a stranger. You have my thanks. All of our thanks, I'm sure. It's about time somebody took the fight to those spiders. I'm only sorry that it wasn't me. But the next time that witch shows her face, I'll teach her what it means to interfere with Canarok. Not soon enough.
We've still a long... Now, what is it that I can do for you? Beware the forest!
I never thought I'd still be standing when... But all that was destroyed. Yeah, while you can.
The embrace of webwood never ends. It grips you with a strength of passion, a gentle stillness, a quiet moment. Sleep in this cradle of a balmy, secret place.
So, the Savior comes for Cartery. What do you want? I never want to see this place again, but I may need to hide out here for a while longer. You did? I must have left it behind when I was fleeing those spiders. The damn things were everywhere. I can see you're not convinced, so that toff brat sent you to do a little digging. It was only a matter of time before she learned what I did to her parents. But you found out first. A stroke of luck. Now, let's come to an arrangement, shall we? Say, a heavy purse for your silence? Carowin and I fought at the gates of Mel Senshir years ago. We deserted before we saw our second battle. When we came here, she invited me to join her and her husband Eimer and their daughter on that farm. It was a simple life. I thanked the gods for it. Then Carowin and Eimer decided to return to the war and bring me with them. When they insisted, I used the only skill war ever taught me. I can see you've a good head on your shoulders. Take this. I think you'll find it more than satisfactory. Glad that's done.
Then Cartery wasn't lying. The spiders did get to Mother and Father. I could have sworn that it was something more than that. But at least I know what happened, and that has to count for something. Thank you for your help with this. Safe journey.
I'm sorry for being hysterical with you earlier. I lost a husband to those monsters before you arrived, and I was sure to lose my son. But you've saved us, Billis and I. I thank you for that, and wish I had something for your trouble. I'll give you all I can. Beware the forest.
Hello, stranger.
I was told of ancient days when wise priestess Beala Tirin to goddess Lyria spoke. The people, remembering all after war, called for Durek's fate. "Slay them, the foul and wretched tribe," said Dokalfar. "Spare them, the poor and miserable beasts," cried Losalfar. Their minds, depraved and hatred-poisoned, twisted. Alfar struck Alfar over drink, at feast, when all else is merry, when peace reigns in havens. Hateful, I am told, were cousins towards each other. From the cold-blessed Ferial, Beala Tirin, with a head to seek Lyria's guidance, set forth on a pilgrimage.
I say, isn't there anything we can do about all this uncivilization in these lands? We have magic and weapons. Should be easy work. But you could fit the bill. I'm part of an expedition to the teeth of Naros, and we need another to come with us on the journey. The Cranwins helped found the Order of the Ash. Our caliber of spells is matched only by our fortitude, as I'm sure you've heard. The Varani woman? Helix seems to respect her, but I've a feeling she'll cheat the lot of us before this is through. An ominous name. Naros is a troll god. If this is a place trolls believe to be hallowed ground, then what are we getting ourselves into? This is rather base work for one of my stature, but if rumours of this southern land are true, then even among the Cranwins I'll be reputed. It's as I said, we're going to the unexplored land south of Dalentarth. They're said to house unimaginable wealth. Our coffers will thank us when we get there. If you need more information, find our camp near Ettenmere and speak to our leader, Helic.
Lord Ferrara, valiant warrior, destroyer of Enfaminir, Duke of the Hylarans, protector of the Ring of Kiozai, discoverer of the island of Meropis, were he only to meet a better end.
stranger.
Only one head, by the mercy of the gods. I thought my time had come at last. Fate does not seem to hold much stock in my expedition, but it leaves me alive to see its utter failure through to the end. I'm here from Odessa on business. The rest of my expedition was wiped out by the Etin. I came here strictly for research purposes. This is not a place many people would come on their own accord. Their impudence seems tied to their devotion. From what I can tell, a small number of prominent shamans are rallying them. If someone had a head on their shoulders and a blade, then toppling those shaman would help pacify the area. Can't say I know all that much about the old man, other than he's a fisherman here in Etinmere. He's quite a hospitable man, though. He let me stay here without much question. I was leading an expedition to recover a pair of Arathi artifacts, known only as Shine and Shadow. I've spent the last decade researching them. Texts say the artifacts are powerful, but what they can do is never explicitly stated. Regardless, the Templars feel it best to place such items under their guard. But the Etin have hit us hard. And it's said that the artifacts are guarded in Delac by an ancient powerful shaman of their kind. I'm at a loss for what to do. I have not had such good news in some time. My research indicates that the artifacts are somewhere in Delac. It seems they're now a trophy of the Etin. I can promise you this much. Though my expedition was underprepared, it was not underfinanced. A large reward waits for one who finds the artifacts. My research has tracked them to Delac. There is talk of an ancient guardian. From the looks of this place, it's likely some Etin.
There ain't no fish today, stranger. It's best you look elsewhere. Can't even look a fish in the face anymore. Not ever since I met that nymph. Not much here anymore besides the Etin and myself. We get the occasional traveller, but it's not often. They're hostile enough normally, but of late it seems like a couple have become struck with divine inspiration. Kind that makes the Etin go to war. If they keep this up, we might have an Etin war party on our hands. If only someone might take care of those shamans first. I've been a fisherman on these shores since I could cast a net. Even the Etin leave me be. Used to be this was Holmes Lake. But I lost my wife Imelda to fever and my nephew abandoned me to go to Dyden Hill. And now I'm just a man content to die in the house my family built here years ago. I can remember when I first saw her, on the cliff to the south, overlooking Etinmere. I saw that watery maiden and I fell in love with her. I've outlived my Imelda. My nephew Thaddeus up and left for Dyden Hill for want of never seeing me again. I had a chance of ending loneliness, but it was taken from me. The beasts of the wild scared her off. We were to wed by my pier, but I ain't seen her for days now. I'd search, but the monsters will rip me to shreds. I bet you could indeed, but that's only half of what's needed. You must also find my bride-to-be. Then the wedding will be upon us. I've got to find the ring. I need to find my bear mask. I need to prepare. You best start by the pier. If she's not there, keep heading south. She's bound to be somewhere. Go on now. I will ready myself for the wedding and then catch up to you. Well, I've seen a few fine women in my day. Even met a fey woman in Gorehart long ago. But that nymph, She's something else. Her skin's luster. Her heaving prow and ample stern. Except for the fishy parts, I mean. But even so, I've fished this lake enough that the form is, pleasingly familiar. I was to meet her at the old pier, but the gentle creature got scared by the monsters, no doubt. I first laid eyes on her from the cliff overlooking the lake, to the south. I bet if you head south, you'll still find her. Please, find my nymph.
My assistant has returned. What do you need of me? Good day.
Hey there. Exciting, isn't it? A fae living in the village like an ordinary person. Some excitement for a change. Nice talking to you.
Welcome, welcome. Hello there.
Hello. What do you need today? Goodbye.
You're welcome in my shop anytime, and please enjoy a discount on all services and merchandise. Farewell.
Stay close to the village.